Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan, also known as the Medieval Genie, and today I'm just going to be talking about this, which is a rash guard. And compared to something like a normal t-shirt, it's better for sort of, as they call, wicking and absorbing sweat, and it's sort of, thinner and lighter, so it's easier to put extra layers of gear and armour and such things on it. Plus, of course, they just look cool. So this particular design is of the Venerable Bead. It's this guy on my flabby belly. Basically early medieval sort of scholar, theologian and historian. And you've got the sort of the Gothic architecture and the stonework and the stained glass. And one thing I do like about these sorts of rash guards compared to standard t-shirts also is that typically you get a design sort of concentrated somewhere in the chest, and if you're lucky, more, it's maybe a bit on the back, or that I've only ever seen in my Fighters Against Racism t-shirts, so bits on sort of the shoulders or upper arms, and that's it. Whereas this covers the entire garment, which is really nice. It's going to look great when I'm using it for sparring, and well, if you don't know already, it is a design by HEMA Tees. No, not that one. So yeah, some guy in the United Kingdom who imports the designs from Latvia or somewhere like that, but still, I've looked at some of the designs on the website, and you should check them out for yourself, for men and women in various sizes and with some really cool designs. I was hoping the Fiore one would be in a rash guard design, but this is my second choice. The Venerable Bead is available, so I went and got that instead. One of my co-workers called Ben, he's sort of the guy who thinks he's sort of the boss, the king, and he's kind of a bit full of himself maybe. We always have a bit of, fighting talk. Oh, ducking me today, Jonathan? Oh no, I'm just too good, all that kind of rubbish between friends. But he's got a King of Spades design from HEMA Tees, and that one looks really good on him. It is like the sort of King of Spades from cards, and it's got sort of a bright orange type of colour scheme, and again, just like with this Venerable Bead one, it stretches across the whole garment. It's not just, a little design somewhere in the chest, which is always brilliant, covering front and back, sides, the arms and all the rest. Like I said earlier, this is good for wicking. I've already tried this on my gear when I did that silly little sketch thing. And with the sweat, it's much better for absorption and basically just good for the airflow, because with other things like t-shirts, yeah, it's okay underneath gear, but even with just a simple cotton t-shirt, I find it can still get quite hot underneath, whereas this, despite the fact that it's a full sleeve garment, it does actually do better for when you're getting sort of more hot and sweaty. It stops you from getting as hot and as sweaty in the first place. So it's certainly a design I like, and of course it's got no restriction, it's some sort of spandex or some stuff like that. I don't know what it's made of, I'm not an expert, but what I know is it's flexible, so I'm not experiencing any kind of crumpling or ruffling. Obviously t-shirts and things don't, they're not going to restrict my movement, but underneath gear, sometimes I've noticed if I'm raising the arms, for example, into, hang on, don't want to hit my lights, into sort of falcon, Vontag type of thing, or doing certain other positions like guard lady, you might roll the sleeves up and it might get uncomfortable and twist it up inside, or it just might feel a bit weird that you've got kind of your bare back touching your protective gear while the other side's lowered down significantly because it's just getting twisted up. Whereas this doesn't seem to be doing that while I'm moving around, even inside the gear, so that's good. So yeah, there we have it. Some cool rash guard by HEMA Tees. And as an extra bonus, by the way, no, I'm not being sponsored, I just like it. You see this rash guard, right? Well, it works because the entire time I've been wearing this, not once have I got a rash. So, bonus points. That's it. And in my next video, I'll talk about things more useful to HEMA. Unless you like clothes, of course. That's it. See you later. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Ooh. What am I doing with my life?